much is needed. The police minister, though, not keen to talk. The government's under pressure to come up with solutions following 2018,
so
which was the
on Friday we shared some examples of some good and some bad double page spreads. This was one of the ones that I shared to you as a good double page spread in terms of unity. So making sure everything looks like it's connecting together. The things that I wanted you to notice about it was the use of the colour. So they've taken the colour from the photograph, which is the red, and they've employed it in the headline to give girls give me a headache, so they've used half and half there, and then they've had a wee play around with, see here, black and then red. That's a deliberate decision by any designer to do that, to make it kind of look like it all belongs together and still get to change around the colours. Notice the photograph they've used of Justin Bieber here as well. It's the same red on his beanie. Then they've got these red bars that run through, and they've used red to change around with the question and answer section of the article. So running through here, you'll notice that where the text runs over top of that red bar, there's some kind of transparency going on there. So there's a transparency, and that mimics what's over here with this, because where the chair runs over top of that bar as well, it changes the colour of that bar too. So what they've done is they've done a wee reversal. So it's positive space over here and then it's negative space over here. Again, that's creating the unity. Even down to little things like over here, this bit here, where it's that kind of vague shade of red as well for the name of the magazine and the page number and all of that kind of stuff. That also helps connect everything together, creating unity. And this was the first example I showed you, the Mark Ronson one. And what I wanted you to notice was Mark Ronson across here, and then the Revenge of running up here, which frames the image here. And it's all black, same as the photo, black. And then this big letter C here is the same size, actually might be a little bit bolder than the font that's used to run across here. Again, that creates unity. Keeping it simple helps create the unity in this particular one here. Again, even down to over here with the number 19, bolding the page number helps create a sense of unity across the whole design. It's quite simple, and there's a lot of white space used, which is not a bad thing. It can be quite a good thing. It makes it seem like you are looking at something that's slightly more classy, I guess. So some bad examples of double page spreads. I couldn't find the one I was looking at on Friday with you guys, one of the ones I was looking at Friday with you guys, but I found a worse one, and that is this. The reason this is bad, it's hard to see, I know, because it's pixelated, but running text in black across a mid-grey photo and red across a mid-grey photo is a really tricky thing to do. It's really hard to read because red is a mid-tone. It's not black, it's a mid-tone, so it's hard for the eye to see. A colourblind person would really, really struggle with reading that, and the point of design is always got to be readability and accessibility. If you can't access the information, there is absolutely no point to what you are doing. So while unity has been created by the use of red and grey and black and keeping it simple, it is actually just too hard to read. So they miss the point of the function. It looks nice, but they've lost function. This one here, again, with the red, trying to create some unity. That's really nice that they're trying to do that. But I don't know what that says. And I don't know what that is about either, just by looking at it. And when you look at good design, you should be able to get an idea of what you are looking at straight away. You're reading it visually first. Then you can read the details. The way this is positioned here looks really messy. It doesn't quite work. And the blocks of text just don't look brilliant in how they are balanced. Yes, they've tried with the unity with the colour, but that looks like all they've tried to do. It doesn't look like there's been much else that's gone into this particular design. So those are the things I want you to think about. Unity, but also doing it with a little bit of cleverness. Think about framing things, think about the repetition of things, and keep in mind it must still remain readable. This is not readable.